Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair. So, I have a fun video today. One of my friends, Sherry, who is Turquoise Dreaming here on YouTube, tagged me in a video. And I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but basically, she was tagged in a video. It's kind of like you get tagged and you pass on the message. But basically what it is there are 10 questions that you have to answer, and then you tag some other people. And I know she tagged 4 people, and I think the person who tagged her did 4 people. So I'm thinking it's 4 people, but I don't know. But I'll probably tag 4 people. So in this video, I am going to answer 10 craft-related questions for you. So, the first one is a real easy one. The first one is, what is my name? And actually, this is a good time to let everyone know what my name is because, well, Aaliyah is my first name, and I always start out every video with introducing myself as Aaliyah. But my last name, for some reason, is never pronounced right. Not that I care, but I always kind of chuckle. So my first name is Aaliyah, A-L-I-A. My last name is Depina, D-E-P-I-N-A. And that's actually also the name of my channel. So it's easier to find me. So I'm Aaliyah Depina. Hello. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, how did you come up with your YouTube name? No comment. Just joking. For obvious reasons. My name is my name, so I just had it as my YouTube channel name. Number 3. What is your favorite type of craft? Well, if you're asking me, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. If you're asking me right now, my favorite craft is making junk journals. However, if you had asked me 2 years or even 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago, I would have said mini albums because that's what I was into then. And I did all the mini albums and the paper bag albums way before I ever started a YouTube channel. So, but as of right now, it's making junk journals. And I'm also getting into a little bit of crocheting. But when I mean a little, I mean like a little. I know how to make a flower, kind of. So, I don't know. That doesn't really count. So let's just go to number 4. Number 4 is, what is your favorite place to shop for craft supplies? Oh, well, if you watch my videos, you'll know I love estate sales. I think I've gotten, well, it's a toss between estate sales and the flea market, but I've definitely gotten a lot of my favorite stuff from one or the other, estate sales or the flea market. But a good runner-up too is the thrift stores because they're kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I'll score, and then sometimes I won't even find one thing. So with that, you never know. But estate sales, I always find something, and the flea market, I always find something. So I'm gonna have to say those two as like pretty much my favorite place for crafting supplies. And I don't say like Michael's or AC Moore or Joann's or anything like that because I'm thinking, so I just don't say anything too negative. I get my basic supplies there, like my glue. Oh, and my candles. I have scented candles in my house, and I get them there too. So, but that, I don't think that really counts. But definitely the estate sales, flea markets, and then thrift store is my favorite places. Okay, number 5. My top 5 favorite crafty YouTube channels. And this is a hard one. Well, because I watch so many. And I don't want to leave anybody out. But the first 2 channels, I'll explain why those are my top 2. So, my top 2 would be Danny, who is Junk Journals and More, and Susie, who is Creative Cafe Girl. Only because way before I ever had my YouTube channel, I used to watch them. I actually learned how to make paper bag journals from Susie, watching her video I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but that's who I started watching on YouTube. And that's who I sort of emulated when I was making or getting into like paper crafts, was Susie's channel. And then along came Danny, and she was making these mini albums, and I was like, what is this? But she also made soap too. So it was kind of like, I would see her soap making, but then her soap making died down, and then she got more into the junk journal side, and I was just, amazed. And then it was funny because I think I don't know, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, Danny, tell me. When her soap making sort of died down, I don't remember seeing that many videos from her, and then all of a sudden when the junk journals popped up, I started seeing her again, and then she had changed her channel because her soaps was under a different YouTube channel. And then when she did the junk journals, obviously, junk journals and more came about. And I think there was like maybe a year or two between the both of the channels. And then one day I was at work and I was like, wait a minute, this is the same person. And I had to message her and be like, I used to watch you from way back when. I'm like, no, I'm not a stalker, but it took me a while to put both of those together because she changed her YouTube channel name and like the content of her channel. So it just like everything threw me off, and I was like, it's one of those aha moments, like, it's the same person. So those are my top two for reasons because I've been watching him for so many years. And if I can just talk really quickly, I have a bunch that I like to watch right now. So I would have to say Alicia. I'm sorry, it's Alicia, but I always say Alicia for some reason because I know somebody named Alicia. And that just comes out of my mouth first. But her channel, and it's her name also, it's Alicia Bland. I love watching her channel because she has all these journals that she showcases, and I'm a little envious of her journal collection. So I just watch her journals as she's showing them, and I just live vicariously through her. So I would have to say her. Also, Elizabeth Wilder, who is Elsie Bell's bookshelf. We call her Ellie Elizabeth. But I'm on her design team, but she also comes up with the greatest digital kits. So, and she's always showcasing them. So I always look for the latest thing that she's doing. She does a lot of custom journals. So I always look forward to watching that. But I also love, one of her daughters is starting to make junk journals too. So I wait for those videos because those are really cool also. So I'll have to say that. Also Sherry, who's the one who tagged me in her video. I've been watching her for a while now, and I remember she started out with videos every once in a while, and now there's like one a day, if not more, and I'm like, I can't even keep up. But I love watching her content because it's so different. It's not just only journals. It's journals, it's supply hauls, it's regular hauls, it's what she's doing on her lunch break at work. It's like she has so many things, so it's not a boring channel to watch. It's something different every single time a video pops up or a notification pops up. That I love watching that. I also like Pam's channel, Pan Vanny. She does a lot of beautiful journals. She does a lot of content that I look at and I kind of take a lot of inspiration from. But she also does a lot of haul videos too, and I love haul videos. I love to see what other people are getting at, thrift stores or estate sales, stuff like that. That stuff interests me, and she does that too. So I'm going to have to put her up there. And I'm sure there's so many more people I'm missing. Because I also watch a lot of other non-crafty things too, so I kind of blur the lines. I like watching my friend Moira McDonald. She has a lot of good videos that she puts up. There's so many, and if I'm forgetting, I'm sorry, but I think I have to go to the next question. So let's go to number 6. My 6 favorite colors. Well, my favorite color of all time is pink. You'll never know that by knowing me because I'm not a really pink kind of person, if that makes sense. Like, I don't dress girly. I don't know. When I think of pink, I think of like frilly frou-frou dresses, stuff like that. I definitely don't, but I do have clothes that have pink in them that I wear. I have 2 pairs of pink sneakers that I have, and I just like the color pink. So that's my all-time favorite. But I also love browns and beiges. I love grays and blacks, love oranges and yellows. The only color that's not really a favorite of mine is red, and actually no, I'm going to say red because I really like all the other colors. So that actually doesn't even really answer the question because my top 6 turns to my top 20. So let's just skip to question number 7. Question number 7, my favorite tools to craft with. I don't craft with a lot of tools. I have my handy dandy paper trimmer. I have that. I have my sewing machine. I'm looking around on my desk. I mean, I have my crocodile, my scissors, I don't know. Oh, I have a bone folder, but I don't really have that many crafty tools that I have. I have punches, but I haven't really mastered the punch. And a friend of mine gave me a whole bunch of punches, and I keep wanting to use them, and I'll punch something out, and I don't know. I'm going to work on that though. So, but yeah, definitely my paper cutter, my sewing machine, and my crocodile. Those are the 3 things, and my scissors, 4 things that I use religiously. Okay. Number 8. Where do you get your crafting love from? I don't know. And I remember when I was watching Sherry's video, I thought about this question, or the answer to this question, and I'm not sure because, I mean, nobody in my family is crafty. My mom sews for the craft fair, but she's not an overly crafty person, so it's very rare that I see her doing something like that, except for right before the craft fair. But I do remember ever since I was little, I liked doing crafty things. I used to sew my own dolls. I made a boyfriend when I was little. I cut him out. I think I must have measured my sister, my younger sister, on the material. Like measured around, or drew basically her body shape around the material. Then cut it out. You have to double cut it, so it's like a piece of material on top of another one, and then you cut it out so you have 2 pieces. Sewed around everything, stuffed it with the batting, the cotton, whatever it was, sewed it up, drew a face on, drew hair, and yeah, I made myself a boyfriend. So, and that was when I was really young. I don't remember how young I was. Maybe, I don't know, 3rd grade, 4th grade. But then I got into bookmaking because my mom sent me to this bookmaking class. Loved it. And I mean, so I've really just, I don't know, it just came in my head. So nobody really over influenced me when I was younger. It's just something that I kind of figured out and I really liked. All right. Number 9, when did you start crafting? So that kind of goes back into question number 8 too. I would say 3rd or 4th grade. And that's only because that's as far back as I can remember. I don't know if I did stuff before then, but I do remember sewing my dolls, sewing my boyfriend, making clothes for them, stuff like that. So that's the answer that I'm going to give. And now the final question. Wait, I'm kind of confused. Did I write something down wrong? Because number 10, it says, what has been your favorite craft so far? And that kind of goes with number 3, favorite type of craft. But my favorite craft so far is going to have to probably be junk journals. I would have said mini albums, but when junk journals came along and there wasn't that precise measuring and cutting, I loved it because I used to love mini albums. But junk journals, it's just, if you make a mistake, it's not really a mistake. You can just pick up where you left off and keep going. If your paper is cut, 1/8 of an inch too short as the other ones, that's okay because it's a junk journal. If you glue your button slightly crooked, it's not this way, it's this way, who cares? It's a junk journal and it still looks good. So number 10, what has been your favorite craft so far? Hands down, it's going to be junk journals. So now is the time. I've answered my questions. I am going to tag the people that I'm tagging in my video. So let's go and tag Danny. So Danny, you're tagged, and all these people, I'm going to leave their information below as well. So Danny, you're tagged. Alicia, I'm tagging you. Ellie, I'm tagging you. And let's have Pam be my number 4th tag. So I'm going to tag 4 people too. So we have Danny, Alicia, Ellie, Elizabeth, and Pam. So I hope you guys are able to do your top 10 questions, crafty questions too. So, and for everybody else that watched this, if I did leave you out, I do apologize. Sometimes when I get on camera, I get a little too ahead of myself and I don't really think out my answers, but you know, everybody that I watch, I do love and I do take so much inspiration from. And for everybody that watches my channel, I appreciate it and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.